Welcome to Club Villain. Sit down at my table, set your mind at ease. If you relax for the day.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Morgan and welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the coolest experiences I've ever gotten to be a part of at Disney World, and that is Club Villain. What is Club Villain? I know what y'all are all thinking. So what is it? Well, Club Villain is a literal club that you get to go to and hang out with villains. Shocking, right? So the first thing you see when you walk in is a bunch of tables. In the center, there's a dance floor with the DJ in the back. Above is a candy apple, red, and silver disco ball. Then all around the perimeter of the room are the thrones of each of the Disney villains that you get to hang out with for briefly, take pictures with, interact with, and also you get to sit and take pictures at the thrones as well. Honestly, it was probably one of the coolest things that I've ever gotten to do at Disney World. Not gonna lie. Now, it was a little bit on the pricier side. For both me and my mom, it was a little over 200 bucks. But that took care of everything. That took care of the food, the drinks, covered drinks like Sprite, Dr. Pepper, water. Well, not Dr. Pepper because Disney doesn't have Dr. Pepper, but it also covered the different mixed drinks that were served at the two bars that were there. And of course, I'm not 21, so I could not be a part of that experience and get those drinks, but my mom did get to, and she said they were pretty good. Alright, so let's talk about the first thing you do when you check in. So over in Hollywood Studios, right beside Rock and Roller Coaster is your entrance into Club Villain. So you go over to that gate and it's opened up for you. You go to the booth and you say that you're there to check in. So you walk over there, they find your name, and then they give you this card. Now this card right here tells you the menu, the queens, the 4 divas signatures, and it also tells you what table number you are, as well as your meeting times to go see each of the divas. And that's what they call them, is the divas, the 4 divas, not the 4 evil queens, because they're not evil at this. You're releasing your dark side as you come into this. Now, once you check in and you get your cards, you move over into some tables that they have set up outside of the door. And they have bottles of water that are getting passed around. And for the people who are over 21, they have champagne for those guests. Now, that's where you get to just sit and kind of relax a little bit. You get to look at this and you just wait for the doors to open up. Then you go find your seat, and all of them have little number tags on the table, and then you go sit down. And since it was only me and my mom, we got partnered with 2 other people. So we got partnered from a couple from Boston. They were big Disney buffs. They used to live over in Florida. Very sweet people. They made the party more lively and it was a lot of fun. So let's get into the actual club. Once you're seated, you can set your stuff down. Then you can get up and go tour around. You can go take pictures in the thrones of each diva. And there was Maleficent, the Evil Queen, Queen of Hearts, and Cruella de Vil. And at each of the thrones, they had a PhotoPass photographer, so you could have your photo done professionally. You didn't have to take it with just your phone. So we got that done, and then after that, we went around to all the different places to go get hors d'oeuvres, which they had an array of things in which I will explain in just a minute. But they also had desserts, and each diva had 2 desserts to go with their theme of what movie they played off of. So for instance, Cruella de Vil had a little fudge cup with a little white sugar bone on top of it. So here is a picture of the different desserts that I got, and as you can see, there are 2 for each one, and I'll go into depth about each one in just a minute. Now, let's talk a little bit about your invitation. So on the front of your invitation, it just says, "Welcome, indulge your evil side," and then it has a little flap that says Club Villain. When you open it up, it says, "Let your inner villain out," and then it's the signature of Dr. Facilier, which I am probably most likely butchering his name, and I apologize for that. And then you open it up fully, and it says "Friends on the Other Side," and you have the different signatures from the Evil Queen, Cruella de Vil, Maleficent, and then the Queen of Hearts. And they did offer afterwards, if the divas still had time and there wasn't any guests, you could go and get them to sign other things that you had. So like, there's a cute idea to go take a pillowcase and to get different characters to sign the pillowcase. They have autograph books, you know, you get the idea. Okay? And so now we look at the middle fold, and I'll read to you what the centerfold has to say. It says, "A world of malevolent delight. Rub elbows with some of the most nefarious Disney villains and explore your evil side at Club Villain. Venture to the potions bar for enticing specialty cocktails and sample wicked hors d'oeuvres and delectable desserts inspired by the Disney villains themselves. Dance the night away to the hot sounds of Thibodeau, the hypnotic DJ. Be on the watch for your host, the Shadow Man himself, Dr. Facilier, along with his dancers and club manager, Canzo." And then it goes on to tell you what is on the menu. So you have your sauteed station, which had creamy polenta with fire-kissed corn, which was actually pretty good. I didn't expect it to be as good. I didn't expect any of these things to be as good as what the titles made it sound like, but all of these things were very delectable. So let's go on. It also says that they served shrimp sauteed with spicy andouille sausage, some type of sausage, tomato, okra, and onions. And then they also had rosemary chips. Rosemary chips are kind of like those little crispy bread things that you get at Jason's Deli. I don't really know how else to describe those. Basically, they're like a hard piece of bread. That's all I got for you. And then they had the carving station, chilled haricot verts with mumpalata vinaigrette. And they also had bourbon bread pudding beignets, which was fantastic, by the way. Herbes de Provence rubbed strip loin of beef carved on aromatic black iron. It was okay. It didn't stay very warm once you got it on your plate. And they had herbs and garlic and mild mushroom demi. And then lastly, they had the cast iron station. They had vegetarian kale and collard slaw with watermelon vinaigrette, vegetarian dirty rice, vegetarian bean wat, Cajun chicken thigh gumbo, and voodoo sticky pig wings with citrus gremolata. And the voodoo sticky pig wings, I must say, they were pretty tasty. Very, very good. Like I said, all of these were very good. And like I said, I didn't get to drink because I'm not 21, but my mom did, and she said that they were pretty good. Now, she didn't get all 4 of the different cocktails that each diva has. She got the Evil Queen, which was, she's believed to be the Angry Apple Orchard Ale mixed with Fireball, and it was in a tall glass. And then she also got Cruella de Vil, which she said was like a creamy pina colada, and it had those bluish black / purple goji berries or whatever. She hated the goji berries. She said they would pop in your mouth. She didn't like chewing on them. They were super nasty, so she didn't care for that. But she did like the pina colada itself. Now, she didn't have the other things, but the people who we got sat with, they did, and they said it was very good. I believe one of them was like cherry vodka mixed with some Sprite or something like that. I'm not really sure what else they had. And then of course they had wines and beers that they had that you could get instead of the cocktails if the cocktails weren't your thing. But for the people who can't drink, like myself, we just had Sprites and water and all that good stuff, you know. Let's talk about the back. And on the back it says, if we play our cards right, this will turn out to be a very special night. Meet the villains. And what it does is when you get your card and it has on the top where you see your table number, ours was table number 14, and then it gives you the times to go see the divas. So the first one we had was Queen of Hearts and the Evil Queen, and we saw them at 8:45 p.m. So basically what we did, we got to sit and watch the show and kind of dance on the dance floor a little bit, which nobody really did. And then when our time was ready, we got in line, we brought our little cards, and that was kind of our ticket into taking pictures with and meeting the different divas. Which this whole event was very organized. I must give props to Disney for having such a very organized and fantastic party. It was truly amazing. I feel like I say that a lot. Fantastic, amazing, all that good stuff. And then we met Maleficent and Cruella de Vil at 9:50. So then the gap in between, we watched more of the show and we got to watch the dancers, you know, we got to see all that. And then at 9:50 we got up, we went and took pictures with Cruella de Vil and Maleficent. And actually, my experience with Maleficent, I'm telling you, she was one of the prettiest Maleficents I've ever met, which I think I've only met one, so that says anything. But I met her and I just thought she was gorgeous, and so I told her, I leaned over and I said, Maleficent, don't tell the Evil Queen this, but I think that you are the fairest of them all. And of course she smiled really big and she did a little hand thing on her scepter and said, if I didn't know any better, I think you were one of my minions. Of course, I'd be happy to be one of your minions, Maleficent. I'm joining the dark side. But anyway, so it's kind of cool to be able to interact with these characters. I'm 19, almost 20, and all the characters that I meet while I'm at Disney, I really play to their movie that they're in. So like Peter Pan, I talked about his age. With Aladdin and Jasmine, I talked about Abu and where he was and if he was causing trouble. And you know, I love to play to their movies because it's fun for me. I get to be a child again, and it's fun for them, at least I think, because it offers them a little bit of a challenge in what to answer. At least that's my opinion of it. I don't know. I'm not a cast member. I'm not a character. Anyway, so, and then I went and met Cruella de Vil, and Cruella de Vil, I got to dance with her, and we danced a little bit, took pictures. She was very hyper, and which was a lot of fun. And then I leaned in and she told me a secret, and so I leaned in really close and she goes, see the Evil Queen over there? I'm like, yeah, I see her. What's going on? She goes, she recycles. Who knew? When we met Queen of Hearts, which was the second diva that we met, the first one we met was the Evil Queen, and she really didn't interact with us as much. She was very quiet and petite and just well-mannered, kind of, as far as well-mannered as a evil villain could be. And then when we went and met the Queen of Hearts, she was really energetic, kind of like Cruella de Vil, and she, you know, goofed around with us. I had Mickey Mouse on my shirt, as you can tell from the pictures, and she joked around about how there's a rodent running around and why we pay so much money when there's a rodent running around. It was quite funny, very humorous for me and anybody else. But then So we took our pictures, but the pictures were too dark, and so we asked to go back and get in line. They were okay with it. So me and my mom, we went back, as well as the 2 people at our table, because theirs turned out the same way. And so we went back, and the first thing she did was, "You again? Why are y'all back?" And I said the pictures were too dark. And then, of course, I joked around with her and said that she was my favorite. And so here is a clip of what happened.
Why? Was Allison?
See, very energetic, very funny. She's like a little child. And then of course I flipped the camera around and this is what happened.
Hey! Look how great I look! Aha! And it's my unbirthday and I look younger. And my giant crown. Have a magical day.
So yeah, I mean, who couldn't have fun with that? And then after we met them, we had our fun, we ate as much as we could. Then we finished out the show. There was a lot of good singing in there. And the villains danced, I danced on the dance floor. They did a couple line dances like the Cupid Shuffle and the Cha-Cha Slide, of course, you know. And then we learned the Jambalaya Jam, which was pretty funny. And I actually have a video of that if y'all are interested in it. It's right here. Obviously, I'm not a good dancer, but it's okay, because I did have a lot of fun. Now, I'm going to review it a little bit. It was expensive, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, it was about $200, a little bit more than $200, and that was for 2 people. And it did cover everything. But would I go back and do it again? Absolutely. I'm telling you, it is one of the coolest experiences to be a part of, and I'm saying that if you're going at a time where they're offering this club villain, go to it. I cannot stress it enough. Please go to it, experience it. And it's not overly packed. They keep it down to a small number, and it's just a lot of fun. Go and enjoy yourself. Now, maybe after the 5th time I won't want to go do that again. We'll see. But I do want to go back when I'm a little bit older, try the cocktails, just to see what's the hype's about. But then I also want to take friends and everything. Maybe if I ever get into the Disney College program, I'll get to go again. Maybe get it a little bit of a discount, but we'll see. We never know what the future holds. But yes, if I give this a 10 out of 10. If I could go higher, I would. But yes, it is definitely something that you should go experience. Please do. Tell them Morgan sent you. I'm just kidding, they don't know who I am, so. Anyway. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review of Disney's Club Villain. It was a lot of fun for me. I hope it was a lot of fun for you. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a big Disney thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to this video, and don't forget that little bell notification so you don't miss anything I post. Now, I do post every Tuesday, and hopefully you don't miss a single video, because I enjoy this. I hope y'all are enjoying this. I like what I do. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys.